Jake Paul, who is focusing more on the boxing instead of looking for that home run shot, that overhand right.
Yeah, that's a heck of a jab that Jake is throwing. He's got the right hand in front of his face so that he doesn't get hit. He's dipping down a little low, and he's bringing the jab hand up, and it's landing clean.
And let's also remember that Jake Paul and his brother Logan Paul were standout wrestlers in high school in the state of Ohio, which is not easy to do and compete at a high level in the state of Ohio from a wrestling standpoint.
Guess what? You'll say, oh, that was wrestling. This is boxing. Guess what? He's an athlete. Guess what? He's a competitor. He's a real boxer. We got two real boxers in the ring today. Just one came from YouTubing. That's all. One came from TV.
It's the way social media is. Both men certainly polarizing figures in their own rights.
It looks like now Tommy Fury is trying to slow down a little bit, but he hit him with definitely with a serious jab.
Coming up on a minute to go in this third round.
Yeah, the first 2 rounds, Tommy was punch and move, punch and move. Now he's punching and he's standing still, and that's a problem. Nice hook right there from Jake Paul.
Of Tommy Fury's 8 opponents, 2 of them have had winning records. So Jake Paul said, you want to look at my record, who I fought? Well, who have you fought? Only 2 of your opponents have had winning records.
Yeah. I don't think the record really means much. What matters is what you do against those guys.
Styles make fights, an overhand right on the temple, connecting for Jake Paul. Time being called by Hector Abu.
Yeah, Jake right there, he just tried to use his head. Tommy just kind of rubbed his head over Tommy's head. It's a veteran move right there.
But when you work with the likes of BJ Flores, also Jay Leon Love, and the entire team that Jake Paul has with him, you pick up a few things or two.
Absolutely. Jake Paul's corner has all of the experience that he lacks. And that's why we've seen Jake get as good as he's gotten to this point. We've seen him improve. It's because of his corner. Really good, strong round right there for Jake Paul.
Logan Paul, this is a stage that you've been on before in Saudi Arabia. You're the first Paul to make a huge splash here. What was the last thing that you said to Jake before he came out tonight?
I said, Jake, I love you. I'm not going to give you a big speech. I know you got this, but either come back victorious or come back on your shield. I love you, bro.
I love you too, man. How do you feel like he's doing so far in the fight?
He's doing great. I think the first 2 rounds were close. He definitely got that last round. Tommy, if you can hear me, you a bitch, bro, and you gassing out. You a bitch. The whole Fury family a bitch. This fight ain't over, boy.
Hey! Water. I need you to feint at him and step up, creep up, all right? Slip. Hey, I need you to move your fucking head all the time. Okay? Pick and shoot. Clear the ring.
Tommy Fury clearly wore more leather in that round. He's got to pick it back up and get back on his toes and use the jab from the outside.
Round 4, this one's scheduled for 8. Logan Paul with some strong words for the Fury family.
I looked over at them. It didn't seem to shake them. No one seemed to acknowledge what Logan Paul said. Good exchange right there from Tommy.
The combination by Fury.
You got to be able to read your opponent. You can if you know what you're looking at, you can see the punches coming from Jake. You can tell when it's going to be a jab or a lead hook or an overhand right.
So you're saying Jake is telegraphing his shots?
Absolutely. Honestly, from what I can see and what I'm reading, I know when the overhand is coming, I know when the hook is coming, and I know when the jab is coming. Except for Tommy did not set his feet. A lot like what Baidu did last fight. Tommy, don't set your feet. Keep moving and don't allow